welcome back to my channel. So lately I've really been into buying fruit. Well, I always buy fruit because I make smoothies, but lately I've been taking the seeds out of my fruit and trying to grow them as trees inside of my apartment, which really isn't something new at all. I've watched several videos of people trying to do the same thing, but what really sparked me to do this is one morning I was watching a video on this guy who was planting an apple tree. Well, he was growing apple trees from seeds. He was talking about how apples have to go through a cold process in order to sprout. So later that day when I was chopping up apples for my smoothie, I noticed that some of the apple seeds had actually sprouted within the apple. So naturally I took them out and I put them in a bag, stuck them in the fridge in hopes to eventually grow an apple tree. I don't know why I'm stressing myself out this way, but another fruit that I'm also into is papaya. With the papaya seeds, I soak them for a few days and then scatter them into a pot with pond. Look at my little papaya plant. I honestly didn't think this would happen because they were in this pot for a long time before they even sprouted, but eventually they did and they've been taking off ever since. Do I think I'm really gonna have a papaya tree? I mean, I hope so, but let this thing stress me out enough and it's going in the trash. I definitely saw the video about the apple seeds first, so those have been in that bag longer than these have been in this pot, which is nuts. So today, here are my little apple seeds. I haven't checked on them in a while, but look at down there. It looks like one already sprouted. Super freaking cool. Why is it orange? I don't know why the napkin is orange, but I'm gonna take them out so I can show you guys. I think I just ripped the sprout down there, it's okay. But if you guys can see, some of these apple seeds have sprouted. Look at that. That is so fascinating to me. So I'm gonna try to throw these in a pot and plant them today because I really want a little apple tree. Actually, before I get my hands dirty, I really wanted to update you guys on a few new leaves because I took that propagation from my monstera albo, I took a propagation from my philodendron verrucosum, and I have two philodendron burrow marks fantasies that have put out the craziest looking leaves that you have to see. My philodendron verrucosum. How are you guys staking yours? I could easily go on Pinterest and look at how people are staking their verrucosum. I should probably do that. Oh, my phone's right here. Oh, this one. It looks like he has a bushier plant, so I guess a bigger moss pole would make sense, but for a one viner, I only have fat moss poles. Other than that, it needs to be staked up. Like, there's no need to be using all that moss for such a skinny vine, and I'm too nervous to completely propagate that plant, so. But my point to all of that was it fell over the other day. Like, it keeps falling over, and now it's just leaning against that shelf right there, and it keeps falling over, and it has a rotten leaf down there. That plant is really stressing me out, and if I had confidence in propagating that plant, I would totally do it, but I don't. So I'm just gonna leave it alone and probably get it into a better pot. Honestly, haven't bought any new plants since January, which is a record for me since I started my whole plant journey. I used to buy plants at least every week, which is crazy to me now. Right now, I'm only focused on getting my plants into the best homes possible. So like the best pots, the best setups, because that's more important than having a house full of plants that stress me out and that are not in the proper setups, you know? So that's what I've been doing. Philodendron burrow marks fantasy. Ever since I dropped it, the stick doesn't stay in properly, so this is another plant I'm going to have to repot soon. Still has some healthy leaves. I don't know if this shit is on the back. Oh my gosh. Like, what is that on the back? Is that like from a pest? I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sick of bugs. I bought the plant this big and then I ripped it out of soil and put it into pond, and now I have this leaf right here. I mean, it's not bad, but it is a lot smaller, and it is the first leaf after I propagated the plant. So I guess it's not as bad as it could be, but it's definitely very tiny. And it looks like it might have pests on it, so that's concerning. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this leaf, but this is the newest leaf on my philodendron mamii. Isn't it so luscious and pretty? I think it's definitely the biggest leaf that I have yet on this plant, so that's really exciting. Just one more little plant before I show you the ones growing in the greenhouse. Look at how pretty that leaf is. This is on the little Hoya mix-up, the pubic calyx and the Hoya crimson princess that I put together. Oh my god. When I saw this leaf come up, I was so happy because I honestly wasn't that confident in this little Hoya mix that I created, but wow, it's actually growing. We're in my office, my favorite spot to be, and I just have to show you my new leaf on my Alocasia Jacqueline. Guys, look at how beautiful this leaf is. I honestly thought I killed this plant when I first got it because it was rotting really quickly, but it honestly just needed a little bit of time to get adjusted to its new little home, which is this jar right here. You can see it has a little bit of algae on it, but it doesn't seem to be bothering the plant too much. And it's rooted in here so well. If you guys think it needs a repot soon, please let me know, because I really am scared to even touch this plant after what it's been through. These are all of the lower leaves that it was putting out before, a lot smaller, until I got this nice, juicy, big one. And now this is the plant that I wake up and look at every single morning because it's just so beautiful. Here's a little close-up of it, so much texture. This was on my wish list for so long, so it's here, it's living, and it's so beautiful. One more look, one more look, one more look, one more look. Wow. I can't even believe I grew this. I'm so proud. Oh my God. I could literally look at this all day. Speaking of new leaves, my Calathea orbifolia was dying from thrip for so long, and I had posted a picture of this little growth point that I seen coming out of the bottom. Well, look what it's turned into. This little leaf down here, like it actually turned into a leaf, and we have a new leaf on my Calathea orbifolia. I didn't even think I would see this day again. It definitely had thrip. I'm not sure if it has thrip anymore. I don't think it does, and I hope it doesn't. But it put out this new leaf down here, and I'm so excited, but it came out a while ago now. One plant that actually melts my heart because I grew it from a stick with no leaves. You guys already know, I never stop talking about it. But look at how big and luscious my fiddle leaf fig is getting. I honestly would have never thought that it was gonna get this big at all. And it just keeps getting bigger. Every new leaf gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's such a healthy plant. I haven't had to worry about any pests on this plant at all since growing it. Knock on wood. That's definitely not wood. It's from IKEA. It's probably, who knows what that is. Don't die from pests, please. If you have a healthy fiddle leaf fig, let me know when I should repot it. It's been in this pot for a while. I think I have a video repotting it into this pot, but let me know when you think I should repot this plant, because I have no idea and I don't ever want to kill it. This is like my baby. Seriously. I think that's it for new leaves. I really want to show you guys my propagations, but I'm going to save that for my next video. I'll go over all of my propagations and their progress and what have you. But right now I really want to pot up these apple seeds, because if I leave them in my refrigerator for another week, I'm probably going to forget about them. So let's get them into a pot so I can have my eyes on them, watering them, and trying to grow trees in my house. My little papaya plant, it's so cute. I have more than this though. Ooh. I also have these ones right here, and I have a huge like pot that's like long and like this big. I'm probably gonna toss that one because I don't feel like dealing with it. But I have these two cute little pots of papaya, and I'm so excited. Hopefully I can grow a papaya tree. Imagine I have a papaya tree that bears fruit. Like, I would be the happiest woman on earth, seriously. Okay, apple seeds. There was some that got stuck in the bag, if you guys can see those. Ew, I don't want my hair tie to get wet. Let me just get it out. Ew, it dripped on my leg. It's going to burn me. Guys, look at this. Got one right there. Here's another one. I need to send my grandfather pictures of these. I should bring them to him in Alabama so he can plant them in his backyard, because he's not going anywhere. And we have all of these. I'm just gonna put them here. The ones that didn't even crack open yet, I'm not planting because I don't think those are gonna do anything. So all these ones, like this one right here, I'm not gonna plant. These ones haven't done anything. When I tell you guys they've been in my fridge forever, they really have. So the ones that haven't sprouted by now can go. Goodbye to those. And I think I'm just gonna plant these all in the same pot, because why not? Like the papaya, they're not all gonna stay in this pot. This is what the papaya seeds look like. Just look at how vibrant that green is. It's so beautiful. While we're at it, we can hop over here really quick. The only herb that has really taken off, I'd say, is this little basil right here. But the rest of them, I don't even know what these are. I think this is rosemary right here. Oh my God, I didn't even notice this. What in the world? That's crazy. And the water in here is disgusting. I haven't changed it since I put this thing together. But I'm probably gonna take everything out, keep my little basils. I know this and that. Is this basil? It looks like it's basil. Actually, this looks like spearmint. I think this might be spearmint, I don't know. But the rest of these need to go. Like, this whole setup needs to be redone. I don't really like it. But back to my apples because we need to plant those. We have our little apple seeds in there. Definitely gonna keep you guys updated on this. Hopefully they grow as good as my little papaya seeds. I keep this on the second shelf of my greenhouse for now until they get a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna put those there as well. Then in last week's video that never made it onto the internet, I actually told you guys that this monstera deliciosa was rotting, and we pulled it out and checked it, and they were actually hanging rotted roots. But I didn't do anything about it but take off those rotten roots and just not water it for a little bit. But I actually want to do something about it today, so let's take it out of the pot and see what's going on. I want to pull it out like this. Yeah, I do, actually. Trying not to make a mess, because I got places to be and people to see. What is these? Yeah, there's a lot of rotted roots on here, but I'm glad they're dry and not sopping. So I'm gonna go rinse that nastiness out, and I'm gonna rinse these off. Ooh, please don't fall on the floor. And I'm gonna rinse these off and I'll be right back. This is what the roots are looking like now. They're a little bit brown, so we're gonna mix the water that we watered this plant with a little bit of peroxide. So hopefully it doesn't die on us. Put about that much in there. Just gonna hold it up while I backfill. None of these roots were even connected to the plant, so I had to get her out of there. And before we put some water in there, I just want to add some peroxide to the rest of this little mixture I have. Probably like that much. It's a deliciosa. If it doesn't survive, I'll be okay. Then I'm just gonna give it a nice watering to get rid of all of that nasty bacteria on the rotted roots. That does bring me to the end of today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and until my next video, bye guys.